welcome back everybody. Oh, hold on. Yeah, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to the moth-hawk project. And today we're going to be working on. A moth-hawk project. So I hope everybody's going to be having a lovely day. So let's get started on this bad boy, shall we? Oh, it's so hot outside. The main issue today is like, we're dealing with 32 degrees outside, probably. Yeah. Have the right pencil, yes. Need to switch down that way. Alright, cool. And, yeah. I hope you're all having a lovely day already. So, today we're going to be working on this. And, today we're going to be working on the wood. And then hopefully, we are able to get everything done correctly. Oh, hey, Gemini Tsunami. Yeah, I'm doing quite fine. I'm actually working on my drawing. I'm working on my writing as well. I finally almost am out of the smoothie store. So, one of the main I finally got the group all together, and then I need to move them towards the new location where they're gonna have a fight with a big bad evil dude. It's gonna be a henchman. It's gonna be a big giant. It's gonna be a crystal golem. So. Nothing out of the ordinary, it's just, a big giant crystal golem that they're gonna beat. And then they will figure out, like, why was it there, and then, eventually they will figure out that somebody has been behind all of this. And then, hopefully that will fix a lot of problems that I had with the whole damn thing. But holy hell, it's hard to write a good story. So yeah, also I fixed the key bindings, so no more black screens of death. So no worries about that. And hopefully that will fix a lot of things. I should actually get it to 6. Yes, there you go. So yeah. I'm hoping that today I will be able to fix all of this what is happening right now, because the main issue that I'm having now currently is that the main drawing that I had before, this drawing right here doesn't compare to the other one right here. So I actually want to make sure that that looks like the same style, because it happens that happens, and I want to fix that. That's why I'm doing it. Otherwise I would not have done it. Yeah, indeed, it is cool. Also, not Monday but Tuesday I'm gonna be going finally to my work once again, so it's gonna be lovely. Of course, this work is not going to be like, work. It's more like one day a day, and then work upwards towards 3 days, and then it is real work. It is real work. It is working as a 3D modeler to get the 3D design up and running. But first, I need to have like a little schooling of like how I need to do it and how they do it, so that I can implement, so I can mimic that kind of appearance. So that, it is still the same way of how they do it and how I do it. That way, we're both satisfied with the end result of the 3D models. So, yeah, I'm getting my I'm trying to do my very best, and today it is 30 degrees outside, heavy heat, heavy moisture, so it's like a really sweaty season. And I'm hoping that today, I'm hoping that I will be able to finish this today. And then tomorrow, tomorrow I will be starting with drawing again. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna be starting with the drawings on the girls, so that I'll get that up and running. Probably gonna be doing a little bit of sketching, and then getting the result in that I want. Of course, the main issue is that I'm probably going to be looking into some art, and then look how I can get that art into my art, and then, well, not fully, but more like the way of how they do it, and then implement that into my own art style, because that's a very important thing to do. You're not supposed to mimic somebody else's art style. You need to actually develop your own, otherwise it doesn't work. Find ways of how you want to have your art style working and how you want to implement certain types of things, like shading or drawing. It all depends on how you want to do things. Like, for instance, I want to make sure that this this big giant lump of meat, this part right here, this big lump of meat is gonna be, my great success. Well, not success, more like, it is already a lot of work that I did, and I'm getting towards where I am now. So once this part of this wood is done, I can then finally focus on the background more. So what I'm thinking of is then I'm going to be working towards the background. So I'm going to be working more and more towards the goal I want. So the first goal is that I'm working towards the the root, and then the second root, and then I'm going to be doing more vaguely roots. So eventually it will turn out to be into a forest. So you get from point A to point B. And the more I do this, the better it gets, so don't worry about it too much. I mean, everybody is working today, and I am like, it is quite fun to see that, being a person who only, that doesn't have a work yet, it's like, working towards the points. I also am gonna be doing a field trip tomorrow to see how I can get to my work from point A to point B. So I'm gonna be waking up early, gonna get the train, gonna get the bus, and then at 12 o'clock I will get the food. I will get some food, and then I will go back in, and that way I will find out what it is all about. So the idea here is that I'm trying to do my very best upon getting a good result upon it. Let's see if I can lower it down more. No, I can't. So this is all... No, that's not from this. Where is it then from? Is it from this part? Don't tell me it's from this part. Don't tell me it's the asshole part. Oh, it was. Oh, it is. Alright, well. We're gonna be totally ignoring then this part right now, and then we're gonna be adding that to it. So yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to work out how to get these lovely, roots up and running, so that they look like roots instead of, these very quickly made ones, which probably is not a very good idea. So yeah, adding more stuff to it, adding more detail towards your picture gets more. It will get more and more, detailed. The more detailed it gets, the more emphasis on the detail needs to be done. The main issue with that is that normally such things are very hard to control. So if I want to get these details up and running properly, I need to be very, very precise in what I'm doing. And this is where, my lovely, this is where, I'm trying to get my very self on. Like, I want to know what I'm drawing. So most likely I'm trying to draw wood. So I'm trying to implement, like, does this look like wood? Does this look like wood? Does this look like wood? And the more you hammer that in, the more you hammer in your criticizing yourself upon how it looks, and if it looks like wood, or does it feel like wood, does it give the feeling of wood, it creates a better narrow mindset of, you see your mistake, alright, well then fix it. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to fix my wood problem, which I have created. Nobody else has created it, I have created it. And I'm trying to implement the problematical issues that I had, and then, work on to point A to point B. Now, as you can see probably, this wood is just, casually. So I'm gonna be probably not gonna be talking about this too much because it's a very easy way to do things. Like, you know where you need to go. You already see what I have been drawing here. And the only thing I need to do is, add some more roots to it. So add some more detail towards the roots to make them feel like roots instead of, these brush strokes that don't lead to anything. Give some leeway, give some effects that, give this fiber feeling towards it. And that's all, in the feeling and not in the, well, it is a technique, but it is a feeling of, knowing when and knowing how you can do it. So the main issue that I have now is like, I want to work on the drawing, yes, but I also want to work on the writing, yes, because I want to get that story also up and running. So I had to choose, like, what do I do? When do I want to draw and when do I want to write? And then I was like, oh well, you know what? Today was a beautiful day to write, and so I did. I did actually the writing before I went to do the drawing. So actually, I did the drawing of not the moth-hawk, but the writing of the magical girl story. I actually did today, and I got far. I got 200 words in. 200. That is like a lot. 280 words in. That is maybe not a lot, but it is a lot in my book. If you consider how bad I am at language, then I am now. But after a while, after I finally got some connections finally solved, my head was like, you know what, you need to take a distance from that. So I did, because I finally got the conversation done of one of the main persons going to the counter, asking for something, asking for the bill, and then go back to their friends, which was important. So I fixed that. Now you think maybe that's not a lot of text. Well, it is a lot of text because there is a lot of dialogue in that. Of course, not too much dialogue, but there is dialogue in there. And yeah, I'm very happy with the result, how it went and how it looks. And then now I need to get one of the main characters, give the other the cupcake, and then after that and then they finally leave the wait, they get disturbed at mid-sentence. So they get disturbed at the girls get disturbed at mid-sentence by an event that's gonna be happening, and they're gonna be leaving the store. Or what also could be done is like when they walk towards the library, that they then get disturbed. I'm still thinking of ways of how I want to have this kind of effect up and running. So how do I want to set the tone? I probably want them to have the effect of going towards the library to deliver the book, even though it is ruined. They still want to pay. They still want to make sure that they pay fairly. So yeah. They hope to explain to the owner of the library, to say like, hey, we kind of ruined your book, and we're sorry about that. So yeah, I'm hoping then that I can get the main event and started once they are walking towards it, because that makes more sense. Like, hey, you see something happening and they run over to there. Of course, I'm gonna make sure that everybody knows who the main characters are, and that they will sense that there is magic in the air, so that they can actually use their magic itself. So, of course, the magic has not been yet. The magic that they used. The magic combat fighting is then gonna be taking place, and probably I'm gonna be going for a henchman. A henchman is gonna be a big giant purple purple golem, and they beat the purple golem, and they won. So they know now that somebody who uses a purple magic crystal is after them, and that's the only thing I'm gonna give them. Of course, they're gonna be going back to they're gonna go back to the pump house then to find out why the purple crystal user wants this crystal, and they want to research it. But before they could research it, you know, another event happens. Boom! Suddenly there is no crystal no more, but there is a magical girl there, and then that's where that's where the chapter ends. So that's how. That's the whole event that I want to do. I don't know if I need to split it in 2 chapters, but probably I won't. But yeah, I made the introduction correctly. I made the other thing. I made almost the ending out. I'm almost out of the smoothie bar, and then finally I will be able to get from point A to point B. In the meantime, you probably already know that I'm constantly breaking between my drawing and then, you know, suddenly not being on the screen. That's because I'm constantly swiping off my sweat, because that's how hot it is right now. It's actually really, really hot. And it's not because of the heat, it's because of the moisture. And, you know, in my country, moisture is a thing. Apparently living in a country where everything is like, you know, super moisture, it's a very problematical thing. So there is a lot of water in the air, and you know, thunderstorms can happen if it is getting too hot. Probably gonna be happening tonight. I don't know if it's gonna be happening, but yeah. Also, I've been seeing. Also, I want to maybe buy a game that I saw in a trailer. I actually am not sure if I want to, but I'm actually very curious how that game works. If it is like a temple run game, then I like it, because I'm a very happy person when it comes to temple run games. It's a little mindless joy that I like. You know, having a little bit of running and jumping and then running and jumping. It might be mindless, but it is a fun game to play. I play it always on the phone, but I must say I will give it a chance on the PC as well. So yeah. As you can see, I'm trying to do my very best here to get other parts of the tree involved into it. So I'm trying to get, you know, these roots need to be, you know, not ancient, but they need to be like, you know, a little bit more root-like. And that's where, you know, this tool actually, this pencil tool is actually far better. Brutal, yeah. Yeah, indeed. It's very rad. But yeah, the amount of the things that I'm going to do with the story, it's going to be lovely. I'm going to be trying to do the drawing tomorrow. Hopefully I'm not going to be fucking that up, but hey, you know, there is always next time, and then try to improve from there. I know already what their hair is going to be. What are the odds? Oh no, the red one has red hair, of course. The blue one has blue hair, of course. The yellow one has yellow hair, of course. And the green one has green hair? Oh no. Who could have known? Yeah, that's where that's where, you know, it is not like, you know, I'm just trying to write a magical girl story. I'm not trying to be I'm trying to be creative with the villains, but not so creative. I'm trying to be creative with the villains, how they use their power. So, like, you know, the henchman that's gonna be trying to beat the girls to the crystal is gonna be like a big giant crystal golem, which has been summoned by the purple crystal, and which means that maybe she can summon 2 of them. Ooh, that would be very spooky. And that is, like, you know, a very threat that might be a very problematic thing, because I want to make sure that, you know, the red girl cannot hold 2 of them back. So if there are two of them, they need to figure out how to deal with two of them at the same time, which creates a kind of a challenge, you know, for the girls to be. And you can already see, like, you know, what I'm trying to do here. All these wood structures need to be very casually put in there. You know, it's not like, you know, this root is like all the time rooty. No, we need to get these roots up and running, but we don't want to destroy all of the roots and not all of the effects on the roots itself. And as you can see, this is all lovely stuff, and I can just casually put my finger near one of these places and then see, like, oh yes, this is a place to be. So yeah, I'm trying to do my very best upon getting that story done and getting the artwork up and running, so that I can finally represent it into a I don't know, a true story. Of course, you know, that's going to be taking some time, yes, but we will get there. Eventually, we will get there. It's just a little bit of time, you know. It's not the end of the world, really, honestly. But I'm trying to get my very best upon getting a cool cover for them, and hopefully, you know, some artwork up and running, so that I can realize, like, how they look and how they act. I already know how the first one acts. I already know how the second acts. Only the third one is going to be a very difficult one, and the fourth one is going to be pretty obvious. So yeah, and they might not have too much of a character right now, but they will get a character nonetheless. It's just, you know, just a little bit of time. It just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of effort to get from point A to point B anyway. Alright, now that we're done with this, we can then get over here, get this done right there. And you can already see what I'm doing here. I'm trying to carve these very generic roots into some more interesting roots to go to, and splitting them off from the main source, so that, you know, you have this rooty feeling instead of, you know, having absolutely nothing to present. And the more we do that, then we only need to just add some stuff in, and then boof. Yeah, indeed, it sounds indeed very fun, especially with the magical girls, how they interact with each other. You know, I don't want to make them too overpowered. I want to make them have them weaknesses, and yes, they will have some weaknesses, and those weaknesses will be clearly shown. Of course, you know, no mentally weaknesses. It's just, you know, the weaknesses of their powers. And then, of course, you're gonna have the flaws and the good sides of them. But I don't want to make them, you know, evil or anything. Fuck that. I just want to write a magical girl story, so it should all be just, you know, positive. Not supposed to be grim dark. That's a no bueno. It's all gonna be fun and gentle, you know. It's just gonna be like a little comedy. Like, you know, you have these evil dudes, and then, you know, oh no, it's an evil dude. What would we ever do? And then, you know, they beat the living shit out of them, or they lose, and they are like, alright, we need to retreat, and we need to have a plan B. And then, you know, they come up with a plan B, and it works! Oh my god, it works! Yes, awesome! You know. So, yeah. Because holy hell, it's a very big mistake if you make your hero an evil character. That's like, what the hell? It could work, but you need to do it deliberately, and you need to have some thoughts and things into it. And right now, I'm already having a very hard time to just writing a magical girl story with all the good in the world, just fighting bad guys. It not has to be anything, you know, very spooky or anything. It just has to be just a bad guy. And I know already who's gonna be the first bad guy, which is the purple crystal user, which, you know, summons golems. Oh no. Golems, that's very spooky. But what is her weakness? Well, the golems are very brittle. And the user gets to know that. That is, the reader gets to know that, which is actually quite cool. Of course, the girls also know it because of how the blue crystal actually works. It gives valuable information to the party. Of course, you know, they don't know how to get it too brittle. Yes, that's a thing. You know, you need to find a way to make it brittle. But they know that it has a weakness to brittle, so that's actually quite cool. Eventually, they find out how to do it, and then they overcome their weaknesses and, you know, fighting bad guys. And then, you know, more better bad guys. And then even more better bad guys. Of course, you know, it's not going to be all insane boys, no. The first lady just wants to have the crystals because she works for a guy who's called a Mirror Knight. And then, you know, the purple crystal user is working for the Mirror Knight, and the Mirror Knight just wants to have the crystals for ultimate power and ultimate gain. Yes, a very evil dude. And she works for him because he locked her parents into the locked her parents into a mirror. That's the main reason why she has to work for him to do his evil deeds because of her parents. Of course, she doesn't want to, you know, get herself hands dirty and doesn't want to be, you know, that evil, but she is redeemable if I want to, but I don't think I'm gonna be making her redeemable. I'm just gonna give her a good motive why she's working for the bad guy, because, you know, she doesn't want to get turned into, you know, get sucked into a mirror as well, and that's why she's working with him. She has some good qualities. Yes, she is like very I believe it is, you know, how do you call that? Modest. Yeah, there you go. She's modest. She's like very modest and all the stuff that comes with it. Elegant, nice. She comes nicely over, but she is like a very she's not a very blah, words. Jeez Louise, I'm not getting good at it. Look at that! Now it looks more like word. Oh my god, I did it. Well done, me. Oh, congratulations. I'm sweating like an ox. Shy, ay caramba. Alright, well, first things first, we're gonna remove this. Nobody wants this as a thing. And you know that. Bastard, you know that. Alright. So yeah, I'm still figuring out how this villain works, so don't worry about it. Probably gonna be changing in a couple of two days or 3. But you know, it really helps when you're daydreaming all about all of this. Ah, I pressed the wrong button here. Yep. Alright, where is the thing I need? Oh, there you go. I found the button. This one is correct. This one is almost correct. Nice. This one? Alright, hold on. Where the hell is that thing? There is something wrong here. Something is missing. You're probably wondering why. This ain't right. What happened? That's alright. Alright. Ah, let me guess. Hmm. Alright. Yes. Yes. And this is the part. Alright. We're gonna be switching this up. Apparently I made a mistake here. This is too... Oh, wait. I know why. Damn you! And then I need to switch this to... And then switch this to that, and then switch like this. Alright. We're gonna be switching this to pure black. Because we made a mistake once, and we are not gonna be repeating that again. Oh, hell no. Alright, so this is how we're gonna be doing it. We're gonna be casually walking around here, and then putting everything back into it. Look at that, oh lovely. There you go. And now we did it. We did it, fix it. Alright, cool. And now we need to look for this. And we need to fix the part we had. So this, right? Yes, this part. Luckily, we can save it right now. How much time already? 30 minutes in. Oh, well, that's not a lot. That's like a casual business. And then, you know, Creator decides, you know what? I am way too hot. Don't mind me just crashing out. Oh, God damn it, Creator. Really, Creator? Really? You don't want me to just work on you? Really? Ugh. Such a disappointment. The good news is I saved it, so. No worries there, though. Alright. Luckily, you know, my PC is actually quite fast at catching up here. We're gonna go for opening the autosave? Maybe? What does the autosave give me? And what does the non-autosave give me? That's the question. Ah, man, oh man, oh man. This is so hot today. And this is why, you know, like very, very spooky here. I'm very, very sad at how this is working out. I wish I would be able to do this properly, but no. Come on. Alright. So this is the autosave. We don't want that done. We just want to have the moth-hawk project instead. The one with all the stuff instead of the none of the stuff. Hawk Moth project. Hawk Moth project. Hawk. There you go. Then open discard the autosave and open the normal save. And see how far that got. It got us. Come on. Load up, you bastard. Yeah, I know. I just need to be just Creator is just, you know, a little bit slow and sometimes it's like instantly shutting down. It's like that's why you need to save things. I probably, maybe, I don't know for sure. I could. So this is the non-autosave, and we want to have the autosave instead. We want to have the autosave instead. We're gonna cancel out the moth-hawk project. We're gonna cancel out the moth because, you know, we don't need it just yet. This is gonna be saving us a lot of work. Trust me. And there you go. No, that can stay. Alright. Now we're gonna be looking here and we're gonna be adding that to max. We're gonna be saving this bad boy. Save. Yes. And now hopefully, it saves us from what we need to do. So the idea here is that we're actually, making this thing a little bit lighter on the feet for our lovely friend here. Hopefully this works. If not, then I need to rethink my strategy here that I made by trial and error. There you go. Now, as you can see, now we actually have our lovely drawing, which is good because now I can just pick up this card, I can pick up this color right here, and then go save this bad boy. Because we're actually working in the background, it doesn't matter where things go, so don't worry about it too much. Come on, save. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm not touching the screen while doing this. Just a safe side. Whew. So yeah, 30 degrees outside is enough to fry a potato almost, if better feelings of it at least. So now we're going to be looking for what again? We're going to be looking for this one, right? Yes. Alright, we want that, and we want it on the... Yep, and then we want Tiny. We want to have Tiny Tim. Alright, now we're going to be adding stuff that we want. Right here, right there. And now we're going to be removing the... I believe it is the second line. Yes, it is the second line, right? No, it is this one. Alright, we don't need this. We don't need that. We don't need it for this one, at least. This way we will create the effect of the wood far better. Which is important, we don't want to have this wood be like spread all over the place like a plague. Also, this will make us look way good once we're adding the color in. So as you can see, color. No, that's yes. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna be casually doing this, and eventually, we're almost there. We're almost fixing the damn abomination of madness, and then we're gonna be adding some more stuff to it. So as you can see, we already did something here. We increased this, and then we're gonna be also. Whew, we don't need Do we need to we need to actually add that as well. We need to edit that as well. So that does look natural towards the other part. This part needs actually some more detail in the top part right here, but you know, it is not that much of a problem actually. I mean, by looking at everything here, it is quite fun to see how much stuff actually has been done. Alright. No, I cannot remove that. I need to add some lighting here. See, some color changing. Oh well. It's not like I have all the time here. Oh wait, I have. Right now I do have all the time. Maybe tomorrow, next week not, but alright. Cool. I have stayed cool under pressure. This is good. And now we're gonna be adding some cool looking colors to it. So the first color that we need is like this color right here. Yeah, I think we can go for a little bit lighter. That. Yes, but then I need to not pick this one, I need to pick this one right here, yes. And then I can pick this like that one then. That one is then far better. Oh wait. That? Maybe. Alright, keep this one and just move this whole shenanigans right here till here. And then we're going to be adding that manually. Yeah, let's see. It already creates so much more better effects. As you can see, we're almost getting better at this. Oké, geniet ervan! So yeah, we need to actually lower it down just a little bit. We cannot continue here with that. We need to get this color instead. Let's go for this instead. Right. Just a little bit lighter. That will work. Right. No. That way. Right. I'm just gonna go for 5 then instead, because it actually creates far more better development on the drawing. But yeah, I need to add this part a little bit more detail so that it has the same effect as this one. Oh well, you know, the more you know, the better you get at it. So don't worry about it too much. You know, sometimes you make mistakes once, and then you know everything is gonna be glorious next time. So yeah, I hope you already enjoyed how far I'm actually at and how much I already did today. And let's take a look at this. Probably this is already good looking. Yeah, and this looks already glorious. This part already looks glorious, so we can actually add that also in this part here. So we're going to be removing this, like so. We don't need this casual looking color. Who needs this casual looking color? We want that cool looking color. We want that cool broness, you know. We don't need this. We don't need this casual menace. Menace. That's great. So yeah, we're gonna be working on this, and hopefully, you know, we're gonna be adding more stuff later on. As you already can see, I'm trying to do my very best here to empathize with the how much stuff I actually need, and then, you know, go from there on. You can already see how much work this actually give, or how much effect this has over the wood itself. It creates this wild effect on the wood while still being in the line. So not every line has its own, you know, lining. So it is like, you know, the drawing stripes are not always inclined with the drawing. But once we're adding like a blur effect to these trees, which is gonna be needed to get everything to forward place, this is actually gonna be like, you know, a cool effect that it's gonna be having, like, you know, we're already halfway, you know, creating a decent looking tree or root. Let's put it that way. Of course, you know, not all the trees are, you know, very easy to create, but the more you work with this, the better you get at it. Trust me. And then once we're done with this, we can add the shading to it, and then, you know, we can move on towards fixing this part right here, which has a little bit of an issue with the detail problem that, you know, this one also has, but this one had like too little, and now it clashes with the other drawing, which, you know, we don't want to have clashes. We don't want to have clashes at all. We just don't want that. We just want to have this cool looking tree that, you know, gives this cool looking effect on the world. Of course, you know, that's going to be a lot of talk about trees, but it will fix everything later on. As you can see, this is already feeling like a true tree. Yes, it does. And you know, we're just zooming out a little bit to fix some of the parts that are left behind. And then, you know, we're going to be adding some more tree-looking effects on this side. So tomorrow I will try to do that. Alright, cool. We're going to be saving this bad boy up. And I hope you all have enjoyed for today. And thanks all for watching, and I hope I'll see you all next time. Until then, I wish you all a lovely day. Bye!